big treat today. We came here to ODA. It means homage, so it's very, very popular right now, and it's actually something very special because they have the largest indoor golf. So you see all the golf clubs here, and then at the same time he has a restaurant with Chef Jef, which is absolutely amazing. Everybody's raving about it, talking about it, so really, really excited. Very farm to table. The kids traveled all over the world, so we're super excited to be here. Jef, thanks for opening the doors. Let's go check it out. So I'm here in ODA with Jef, not Chef Jef, and it's we were off camera and he was just giving me this whole story, and it's an honor for me to be here. Un honor para mí estar acá. It's beautiful how you got started, and I know you've been gone for 10 years, and then you were born and raised in Colombia, right? He started playing tennis, and he comes from a very humble family, una familia muy humilde. Jef ends up going from tennis to kitchen. One of his cousins was a chef. From there you kind of start going to school, right? You started working at a couple restaurants, and then you found an opportunity to go to Chile, and then in Chile you were 6 years, right?
Sí, no, ahí fue cuando entré al Boragó.
Okay, en Boragó.
Oportunidad de ir 3 semanas al Boragó,
okay,
y entendí que era un fan dining.
Okay.
O sea, donde era súper disciplina, organización, y el Boragó fue el que me hizo abrir como un poco
la visión. Kind of triggered him in Boragó, and then from there you wanted to go to, you ended up working for a couple restaurants at the 50 best. In those 6 years you were three restaurants that were in the list of the 50 best, sí, which I'm assuming that just took you to, and then in between all this you had like, because in Chile is big time with visas, work visas, you had a lot of challenges here and there, and then you end up wanting to go to one of the best restaurants in the world, sí, which you wanted to, did you feel your time was right in Chile?
Ya era un siglo y quería más, y ahí fue cuando le escribí a Gaggan por Instagram.
Okay, yeah, so he started, like when he kind of worked in these 350 best restaurants, which was already a very high level, Jef wanted to work for one of the best restaurants, and he started emailing and Instagramming all these different chefs, and then one of them was Gaggan, which Gaggan is, it's in Bangkok, in Thailand. It's one of the best, it's been one of the best restaurants in Asia. Gaggan, responded to him, and he said, "Come on," and then you went on as a pasante, it's kind of like an internship, which it's not paid, right, for 3 months, and it's how chefs usually get into all these big restaurants. But then after your pasantía, you end up getting hired,
sí,
right, and then you work there for a year.
Por un year. So, un año trabajando.
And then so in that 1 year, he's worked for the #1 restaurant. It's what, number 6 in the world, or number 4 in the world? Yeah, and Gaggan's always been up there for so long, and the guy's a genius in his world. And then so you come back to Colombia. You decide to come back to Colombia. Okay, after 10 years. ¿Y cómo viste Colombia de ese tiempo ahorita?
Grandísima. El sentido gastronómico creció muchísimo. Para mí fue difícil adaptarme porque venía de otros estilos. Pero creo que fue lo mejor que me pasó, o sea,
cool, qué bien,
falta
qué bonito.
Mi familia, o sea,
sí,
fue
total,
lo principal.
Total. No, y la sangre de uno, que el colombiano, o sea, uno
sí,
no tiene mucho, o sea, mucha empatía, mucho, o sea,
es algo que te digo, en Dinamarca me gustó ese estilo, pero acá también te vuelves también
muy familiar.
No sea humano allá, pero son más fríos.
Sí, total. And then, does ODA happen right away? Does ODA happen a little bit after? How does that whole thing work?
Yo llego acá por el chef Álvaro,
okay.
Álvaro, el chef del Chato,
okay,
donde yo le agradezco mucho porque él me hizo las aperturas de Colombia,
okay,
donde me hizo entender que no cometer errores como cometieron muchos, okay, de pronto al inicio de crear cosas muy fuertes, okay, locas, por decirlo así, sino más como entender al público.
Okay,
y entonces fue muy importante porque nadie te abre las puertas así como así.
Total.
Entonces fue algo muy bueno. Entonces después de esto me dijo, está este proyecto que es ODA y G Lounge, y nació, me dijo, dale, o sea, ya he viajado mucho, ya has estado en varios lugares, ya es hora de que
tú hagas.
Y me dio libertad.
And he gave him the opportunity to take his own project, and he has the project here. Y abrieron a year and a half ago, right?
Sí, más o menos como 3 años.
Okay, and then does ODA mean something? ¿ODA significa algo o no?
ODA es hacerle alusión a algo, esto viene de Pablo Neruda.
Okay.
Pablo Neruda le hacía una oda a la alcachofa o a varias.
ODA, que es como un homenaje.
Como un homenaje.
Okay, so it's like an homage to
Fue
something.
la creación de los chicos, que es la parte vital. Siempre digo que si tú llegas con buenos jefes y te dan la oportunidad de ser libre, vas a llegar muy lejos.
Okay. He had certain goals, and like under all the circumstances, because you come from a small town, you don't come from money, you come from, you lo guerriaste, you fought for what you wanted, and that dreams do become a reality. That and it's beautiful how all this trajectory, and you're bringing it back to your country, and showing your country, which I think I believe, or it's already happening, that you can inspire so many more, and what's happening right now in Colombia is beautiful, and I congratulate you and everything you're doing. Super humble guy, porque tampoco se te ha olvidado tu humildad, ¿no? Que, that's very important. That's very important, and a great guy, and man, I'm excited. Like ni he probado nada, but I already know that it's gonna be amazing, because it's heart, it's from the heart, So I congratulate you. Thank you for letting me in your house, and I know we're gonna see a lot of you, and we're really excited, man. Thank you for the space, and thank you for the time, and I'm excited to try.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you for letting me in your kitchen, chef.
Chicos, nos reunimos, por favor.
¿Está sincronizado eso?
Sí.
¿Cuántas veces practican eso?
No,
ya.
Nosotros tenemos dos estilos o dos filosofías, que es utilizar todo el producto con un sentido,
Okay.
porque pues puedes utilizar pieles, la pulpa, pero nunca una semilla con un 100%.
Okay.
¿Sí me van a entender? Entonces acá lo que tenemos es un equipo que formamos, y es a base de lo que te digo, de el cuidado de los productos y de utilizarlos, pero también el cuidado del equipo.
So he has two philosophies. The first one is reutilizing all the product at its maximum potential. O sea, not letting anything go to waste. So if it's a fish, he uses the skin, the bones, the flesh, a little bit of everything. And then the second one is the team, the group, everybody who works in this whole project. ¿Correcto? Entonces lo felicito de verdad a todos, y lo que están haciendo aquí es impresionante y muy bonito de todo corazón. So, muchas gracias, muchachos, de verdad. This restaurant is based, it's not like appetizers, main course, desserts. All the plates are just one standard. He just has one menu, so it's not like you pick and everything's for sharing. He starts off with this one, which is a bread made from a masa madre, made from one of the main bases. It's underneath, it's super cool. So you have all these lemons. Again, what he was explaining to me is the reutilization. They use this lemon, this lime, for something else, and then he's like, we use it now as a decoration of the plate. He told me to mix it. It has that lime. I think he told me it was coconut, that he infuses it with something, and then he dehydrates it, but it's absolutely amazing. And then he does like a little suero. I think he told me it was suero. Now these dishes are very, very complex, so there's a lot behind each dish, and I'm more like, so I'm still trying to, so it's like a little cream, so I want to try the cream first by itself, to see. He told me it was an herb that you find in the Amazons. I'll ask him for their name now, but it's like almost like a chewing tobacco that they use, and he uses that product into this this thing. Very particular flavor. It almost tastes like it's not oregano, but it tastes something along that line, and I haven't been able to register the flavor yet. The bread is absolutely amazing. Absolutely delicious. He said we give the bread to everybody because it's part of the family. He has his little sea salt on top. Man, and that cream is, I guess the best way to explain it is more like a sour cream. So it's like a sour cream, but that herb on top just gives it a very, very different particular flavor. And then he has an oil that he makes out of certain herbs to reutilize different parts. So what he's trying to do here, or what he's doing, is reutilizing everything. Like if there's something left over from somewhere, he uses it in an oil, he dehydrates it, he puts it somewhere else, and I think that's a tendency that's going on right now in the world anyways. Wow. That's excellent. Look at this plate. Look how beautiful this plate is. He said that this influenced him, like in his trips to Thailand. So it's leaves. Underneath, it's calamari with coconut. Again, I think it goes to that Thai kind of that Thai feel. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of take, and then these are like mizunas, so it's kind of like got a little mustardy flavor to it. This type of lettuce, which I think is probably gonna go very well with the plate. He cooks it and then grills it. What those char marks are? Oh no, that's a coconut. So he has charred coconut. Wow. Wow, that's fucking amazing. I love coconut, but I think it's just perfectly balanced. It's not enough. I mean, it's not too much. It's not too little. It's just perfect. And the main dish, another thing he told me a lot, like in our interview, was he really respects the product, you know. And I think this is exactly what this dish is doing. Because the main dish, you taste a little of the essence of the coconut in the back, but at the end of the day, it's still the calamari that kind of shines. Wow, qué platazo, man. So this is like a mushroom galore, all right? So it's absolutely freaking beautiful. Another thing I didn't mention, they actually work with City. It's called City Huerta. So it's an emprendimiento. It's a new business that kind of created with some kids, some guys, some young guys, and they grow their own. They have on the rooftop. They have a huge greenhouse, which they supply him with some of these products, and like they work with a mushroom that's in season or the mushroom that's available. They kind of slice it very, very thin and produce this beautiful flour kind of right on top. There's a mushroom puree underneath, and then he puts the soup. He said it was an onion, kind of like an onion infused soup kind of underneath. So this is an absolute vegan dish. He said that the first time they did it with un queso costeño, cheese from the coast. But what he did is he made it tofu. So he made the same process that you would do un queso costeño, the costeño cheese I would usually make. And this is absolutely phenomenal. So underneath there's a puree of mushrooms. I taste different kinds of mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom fan, but this is an absolutely unbelievable dish. No. I could eat the whole thing. Very, very good. Again, going back to what he said, which kind of was ingrained in me, like he really respects the product. There's a lot of depth to every plate. I feel a lot of different layers, but at the end of the day, the main dish is the mushroom. Like he really protects it, and he really like I taste the mushroom at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. Very earthy dish, beautifully done and executed. Awesome, and it's vegan, so absolutely amazing. These are like other dishes. Like he said, everything was to share, everything was to split, but this one's a fish one, which is called verrugate, which is I think it's like from the sea bass family. It's very fatty, it's white. Then on top he has copasu, which is an Amazonian fruit. It's like he made like a spuma, like a foam. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Copasu is it's just a big Amazonian fruit, and then he has some other things in here which I don't. He has I see some onions. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Tomatoes. So he uses all these different varieties. Wow, I just had a tomato. It was amazing. So he uses different tomatoes, and then the skin, he dehydrates it, and then he puts it on top, dehydrated. And this, he says, the tomatoes used everywhere. I didn't even get the fish on that one. I don't know if it's apple, jicama, little strips. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, so I don't think it's apple. Oh wow. Really well with this plate. Again, very light, a lot of depth, a lot of levels, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So this plate is absolutely beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. And he says this is a love-hate plate. Either you love it or you hate it. All right, I think I'm gonna love it. So this is beef lungs. So let's go. So I'm assuming it's gonna be very like a lot of irony. I really don't know what to expect. And then he said that the cream is made of. He told me remolacha, which is beets and something else. It looks like, I don't know. There's a couple things in there. I'll just try one at once. Wow. A little basil. He was telling me that he gets a basil and then he pulls certain leaves and then the rest he dehydrates. He uses what he needs for the day and then the rest he dehydrates so it doesn't go bad. Again, Jef, I think I'm one of those that love it. I think it's absolutely like, this has been my favorite dish.
It's different, the flavor, the texture, but it's a traditional ingredient in Colombia.
Amazing. So just the process and the way he makes it just gives it that and it's very fresh, very delicious, amazing. What a perfect dish. Awesome. Beautiful.
En ODA tenemos tres tipos de postres. Uno mucho con chocolate porque a la gente le gusta mucho el chocolate. Uno un poco más elaborado y uno tradicional. Pero en esta ocasión quiero mostrar el tradicional.
So we're down to the last course. It's always like my mouth is still going crazy from these 4 dishes. We're absolutely phenomenal. Everything from the bread to the end is what a hell of an experience. I mean, you can really tell, you can really see the depth of knowledge and of experience that Jef has, and it's absolutely remarkable. So what Jef did here was this is an oblea. Oblea is a very, very famous Colombian dish. So this has a lot of history, like when Colombia was a Gran Colombia, which is 4 different countries kind of united, and he says a lot of history. So the best way I would probably kind of describe it, or I would say it's probably like the batter of a waffle, but very, very thin, and because it's crunchy. So if you can see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in half so you guys can see, or open it in the middle. So open it. So here he has arequipe, which is like a dulce de leche for us. Similar. It's different, but it's similar. This is a creme fraiche, which is like I guess like a French sour cream is where the creme fraiche comes from. Just kind of see it kind of breaks. So this texture is what oblea is, and it's very similar to, I want to say, and I don't know if I can compare it to a waffle, but just so you have an idea of what the oblea is, I would probably throw it to something similar. And usually it's very street food. They have it all over, and then you can just eat it, and it's oh my god. I think the dessert was a dulce de leche ice cream, so which it's called arequipe here. Again, damn. I thought it was gonna be a little too sweet, but it's not sweet at all. It's absolutely perfect. I think that creme fraiche brings it down a lot. The crunchiness of the oblea is absolutely perfect. It's very crunchy. That ice cream is ridiculous. So, and it's a good combination between the cold and the room temp. Absolutely amazing. Guys, this has been a hell of an experience here with Jef. His trajectory, his story, how he came from almost nothing is what he tells me. Like how he came from a small town, but has a vision of a Michelin star chef, and he seemed very, very aggressive, like in his goals, very goal oriented. What a great guy. Come and check him out. He's right now, his project is ODA. The guy's gonna be around for a long time. He's gonna do some really, really cool things. I really loved the interview with him, and it was awesome. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys come and try some of this crazy food. His philosophies in life and in business are absolutely amazing. Guys, here in ODA, here in Bogota. Till next time, thanks guys.